Whoa, today I'm going to be looking at a topic that I've always been fascinated about: volcanoes. I'm someone that's always been fascinated about nature, like the geography of different places and natural disasters, and like what causes it and all that kind of stuff. And it's something that usually causes some kind of emotion to me, or makes me a bit emotional because I'm from a country that is very, very blessed with natural resources, and very blessed with the fact that we have no natural disasters. Like we have, I don't, there's none. Let me not try to look for something. There is none. The only natural disasters that we have is humans, which is our government. Like I used to imagine if my country had things like these volcanoes, hurricanes, and all that. I mean, before we get back on our feet, it probably take like 3 years or 4 years before, let me say, a city has a hurricane, or like Hurricane Katrina, for example. It will probably take close to 5 years before anybody. In fact, I understand that things will never go back to the same. I understand that, but it will probably not even, people will not even be able to live in that area for close to 5 years if that kind of thing ever happened in my country. So it's really something that's always bothered me. It has always bothered me. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to enjoy this video for today. If you haven't subscribed, help me out, hit that subscribe button also, and let's get into the video.
Top 10 biggest volcanoes. Power and destruction are normally the words used to describe a volcano.
Crazy, man. Okay, I think that is 2012. That is the movie.
However,
2012. I can
today
remember
we'll
that
show
movie.
you some true giants, which have huge dimensions that are barely distinguishable in a landscape. Join us in this discovery.
What was that? Nothing.
Number 10. Mount Mazama, Oregon, USA.
Wow, the US.
To start this top, we have to warn you about this volcano's dimensions, which are unimaginable. It's 8,156 feet in height, and this volcano is not so visible because the main attraction from this area is the beautiful landscape, which has a big lake named Crater Lake because it's principally
Nature is very ironic. I mean, seriously. I mean, actually, that is true. Places that have volcano could have some beautiful, like I think, I don't even know what I'm even trying to say. But I think volcano areas have some kind of rich nature to it. I think that nature is just funny that way for sometimes.
8,156 feet in height, and this volcano is not so visible because the main attraction from this area is the beautiful landscape, which has a big lake named Crater Lake because it's principally that, a lake that was formed in a volcano's cauldron.
Wow.
This kind of phenomenon happens when it's inactive for a long time. However, don't let its tranquility and ornateness fool you into thinking that Mount Mazama wasn't dangerous in its moment, because it's said that its last eruption reached the 7th grade, being one of the biggest volcanic eruptions in the last 10 years. And we emphasize this number because it's been estimated that the giant's last eruption was 5,700 years ago.
Okay, I was wondering.
Although it was declared inactive many years ago, the United States Geological Service considers future eruptions probable. So, it represents a threat to anyone who is near it if it resumes its activities. Number 9. Paracutin, Mexico. This volcano is placed in Mocoacan, Mexico, and is considered one of the world's natural wonders. It's also known as the youngest from the American continent because it was formed in 1943.
Wow.
The history says that a peasant saw how the ground opened and it emanated a thick vapor and rocks. Later, this was seen all around the zone, so it was evacuated. It says that this volcano's activities lasted 9 years. The lava traveled 6.21 miles and erased complete towns from the map. It could make all these catastrophes because it's situated 9,200 feet above sea level.
Damn.
Its crater measures 660 feet wide, and it's basically the size of 2 complete blocks. Even if it is an extinct volcano in a tourist area, it could be active at any moment. Be careful. Number 8. Mount Tambora, Indonesia.
Yeah, I know Indonesia has a lot of
This
volcanoes.
volcano is
I know
placed
that
in
one.
Sumbawa, Indonesia, and reaches 9,350 feet above sea level. Besides its height, this huge wonder has the title for the biggest volcanic eruption ever registered.
Wow.
Because in 1815 it caused the death of 70,000 people, and the next year, 1816, was called the Year Without Summer because the eruptions changed Europe and North America's climate. Besides the fatalities this volcano had in history, the Indonesian population has been re-established.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to
It's thought
say,
that
man.
An eruption of the same magnitude could make a complete destruction and would reach a higher victim rate.
Wow.
That's why Tambora's zone is maintained in constant monitoring and has declared 115 miles around it as dangerous areas.
Damn.
Number 7. Mount Etna, Sicilia, Italy.
Okay, that is well, that should be, before they say it, that should be the Pompeii volcano, the one that erupted in Pompeii. I think so. I think I should be right.
We go straight to Sicilia, Italy, to meet this amazing volcano that reaches a height of 10,925 feet above sea level. A characteristic that makes this the highest active volcano all around the Eurasian plaque. Its name comes from the Greek mythology, where Etna was a place where Hephaestus, the blacksmith god, used fire. Actually, Etna is considered the most active volcano worldwide because it's almost always in constant eruptions.
Wow.
Although it can be very destructive, it isn't taken as a dangerous zone, and thousands of people even live around it.
I'm telling you, look at that.
It's been declared as one of the 16 volcanoes of the decade by the United Nations. Also, it's been declared as human patrimony by UNESCO. Number 6. Ichinsky, Russia. Situated in one of the coldest countries, we find this enormous geographic construction. It's obviously located in Russia, to the far east of the Kamchatka Peninsula to be exact. This extraordinary terrestrial formation is found 11,834 feet above sea level. As most of the already mentioned volcanoes in this video, it's qualified as one of the highest according to the volume area of approximately 110 cubic miles. However, what makes this one different is that the territory around the volcano is covered with thick ice.
Wow.
A lot of different glaciers that descend by its flanks.
That is interesting.
Despite of its imponent size, it's not qualified as a dangerous volcano because its last eruption was registered in 1740, and even the whole volcanic peninsula has been considered as human patrimony by UNESCO for 20 years. Number 5. Mauna Loa, Hawaii. And evidently, if we want to talk about volcanoes, we can't stop mentioning Hawaii. And it's because Mauna Loa, which in Hawaiian means large mountain, is one of the 5 volcanoes that can form it. It's located 13,678 feet above sea level. It's considered by many as the biggest volcano on Earth in volume, reaching 17,996 cubic miles.
Damn.
Although it's an active volcano and also it's studied because of its huge and destructive eruptions, a lot of close areas are populated. That's why the United States Geological Service maintains a risk map of all the area. The last eruption from this natural wonder was in 1984.
Wow,
it didn't
that
take
recent.
any life. However, historically, this volcano has disappeared full villages, so it's not a surprise it's in constant monitoring.
That is crazy. That recent.
Number 4. Tamu Massif.
Which country?
Unlike most of the volcanoes in this top, this is located under the Pacific Ocean at the east of Japan, and it's worth mentioning that it has a height of 14,620 feet tall and is considered as the biggest volcano ever discovered, even bigger than all volcanoes in the solar system.
Wow!
And with this dimension, it could leave anyone's mouth open. However,
my mouth is open now.
This is an extinct volcano, which was formed in the Jurassic and Cretaceous period 145 million years ago.
Extinct.
Today, a lot of enigmas are around this volcano. Despite this, a lot of scientists have declared that this could be reactivated and cause a lot of natural disasters.
No, if that kind of thing ever
eruption can activate a chain of eruptions.
Guys, if that kind of thing ever, if that kind of volcano ever erupts, I mean, the earth could end because the Pacific Ocean, if it happens, the Pacific Ocean is going to overflow. I mean, it's going to be a disaster. Seriously, at least that's what I'm thinking in my brain right now. It could be a disaster, serious one, crazy.
Declared that this could be reactivated and cause a lot of natural disasters, because an eruption can activate a chain of eruptions worldwide, like in the dinosaur era, which ended their life. However, there's nothing to fear because this will happen in about 2 million years.
2 million years. Okay. So what of
Number 3.
So what of the human beings that will be alive 2 million years from now? What would they think? I mean, to us now, it seems like, whatever, it's not going to happen. But what of people that will be alive? Well, I don't even think the world will even reach that point anyway. Actually, personally, my personal opinion, I don't think the world is going to reach the third millennium. I don't think so. It's just my personal opinion. I may be wrong. That's just what I think.
Million years approximately. Number 3. Black Mountain, Mexico.
Wait,
Returning to
guys, this is number 3, right? Yellowstone has to be here somewhere, because I know Yellowstone because of that 2012 movie, the movie 2012. I know that's how I know Yellowstone volcano, and from what it was said in that movie, it's probably one of the biggest in the world. So it should be in this. It has to be.
to the ground in Puebla, Mexico, we find another volcano at more than 15,026 feet above sea level. This giant occupies the 5th place of the highest summits in the country, and a lot of tourists climb this volcano because there hasn't been activity in more than 2,000 years, even being called an extinct volcano. It's being said that this is one of the volcanoes with lower threat, so much that the large millimeter telescope Alfonso Serrano is placed in its summit.
Wow.
Number 2.
They're basically saying the volcano, like, there's no risk at all putting something like that on there. It's funny.
Nevado del Ruiz, Colombia. Getting closer to the first place, we encounter a volcano placed in the center of Colombia, at a height of 17,457 feet above sea level. One of its characteristics is its geological formation, which is covered mostly by glacier. On the other hand, this volcano has been active for 2 million years, the last eruption in 1985, leaving 25 casualties. This event is known as the Armero tragedy, a name given because of the disappearance of the Armeros municipium. Actually, this volcano is in constant monitoring because it's still considered a threat for the towns and cities around. It's even estimated that an eruption could possibly affect 500,000 people.
Wow.
Number 1. Ojos del Salado.
Wow, no
Chile,
Yellowstone.
Argentina.
Okay. I thought Yellowstone was bad.
And in the first place, we find the heights of this volcano reaching 22,910 feet above sea level, a measurement that qualifies it not only as the highest volcano in the world, but also as the second highest summit of the whole Occident. Placed between Argentina and Chile, it forms part of the Andes mountain range, and despite the high temperatures, dry climate, and closeness to the Atacama Desert, it's known that in winter periods the summit is covered in snow. A lot of people affirm that this volcano is still active. However, the last eruption took place 1,300 years ago, although it's known that the remoteness of this mountain is an impediment for the sighting of its actual eruptions.
Wow, guys. I mean, I actually thought Yellowstone would be here, because I think the movie 2012 actually exaggerated Yellowstone. That's what it means, because I actually thought it would be here. That was a nice video. I like watching videos like this because I like exploring the world. I like knowing things about the world, So I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Peace.